All right. Hello, everybody. It looks like we're live. I always say that. I need to stop saying the same thing every time. But welcome, everyone. Lori Swanson here, CEO and founder of Inspire Tech and Career Alchemy Academy, a membership program for women connected to tech who are looking to um, move their careers forward in a way that feels fully aligned with who they are today in a calm center, uh, having fun while they're doing it, um, feeling connected not only to themselves but to other people. It's just a wonderful place to be in a community. And we know in community that we actually learn more quickly and we do more things when there are other people that we imagine are um, kind of in our back pocket, like, I don't know, like in the background, um, cheering us on. And also there's the accountability factor of, oh, I want to, next time I'm in the community, I want to tell them that I did this thing. So come out, hit this QR code and it'll take you to the website. You can read more about Career Alchemy. Join us, join us for 3 months. Just get a taste and see what we're all about. It's a great place to be. Today's topic: how your career escape hatch could be keeping you stuck. So I want to talk about escape rooms. Or clue rooms, as they're called. I don't know if you've ever experienced them or gone to an escape room. They're right up my alley. I love them so much. I'm not great at them. Some of them are easier than others. But for those of you who've never had the experience, just a brief explanation about what is an escape room. So there are places that you can find, often in malls, where you go and there's like different rooms with different themes. Like it might be the haunted submarine or the zombie apocalypse or something like that, right? And so you pick your theme, the room you want to go in, and then you and some of your friends and family go into this room, and the objective is to escape. So you have to find clues and solve riddles and complete puzzles in order to get more clues so that you can, solve more riddles and complete more puzzles to eventually you figured out how to unlock and escape the room. And so, but that eventually, even if you didn't solve the puzzle, you're going to get out of the room. You're not locked in there for good. You also know if for some reason, you know, you're feeling claustrophobic, or you got to go to the bathroom right now, whatever it is, that you can walk out the door that you came in through, and there's an escape hatch, right? So what got me thinking about this is first personal thing that I've been thinking about with my business, but that also, of course, always gets me thinking about how my clients inside of Career Alchemy Academy or my private one-on-one coaching clients might be experiencing the same thing, because we all kind of really do have basically just a handful of problems. And so what I've found is that when my clients are facing hard things like having to find a new job, or perhaps release an underperforming employee, or building their business, or again just their careers by creating more connections through LinkedIn or networking events, those sorts of things, whenever they're faced with these more challenging things, versus just doing the job that they love to do, and when they're in that, when they're faced with these challenging moments, they'll often give themselves an escape hatch. So for example, if you're on a job search, you may say to yourself, well, I need to find a job, I want to start getting paid again, but I know that if I had to, I could cash in some of my stock investments, maybe pull on my 401k. Like, I've got a cushion, I've got an escape hatch over here. Or, maybe you say to yourself, well, rather than actually having to have this hard conversation and finally tell this underperforming employee that we're releasing them, what if I just pivot their responsibilities to non-critical work? Which of course we know helps no one, really. Doesn't help the employees, certainly doesn't, you have one spot on your team and to have it filled with someone who's not able to do the harder stuff, right? Isn't helpful. And the other people on the team are, like, are they getting paid the same as me and doing this non-critical work? Like it can, create low morale. Like there's all kinds of consequences to that. But sometimes it feels like the easier thing to do than to actually have to sit them down and let them know that you're releasing them. So you have that escape hatch plan of just the non-critical work. Or again, if you're trying to like create more visibility for yourself or your company, if you're an entrepreneur, because I work with women entrepreneurs, they're also part of Career Alchemy Academy. And so if you're in there and you have a goal of raising your visibility, so more connections, so more networking events, more reach outs on LinkedIn, that sort of thing. But it's hard and it's vulnerable, and not everyone loves going to networking events, right? So your escape hatch is, you know what, I'm just going to wait for an event that's in my backyard. Why drive downtown for that? Or your escape hatch might be, I'm going to wait till I feel a little more motivated, whenever that is. Right. I just don't have the energy. I'm tired. I just don't have the energy right now. So instead of like putting myself out there, my escape hatch is just to wait until the economy's better. Wait till I feel, wait until springtime when the sun is, here longer. Because I have, some of that, the what is it called? SAD, that affective disorder. Like I can tell like my mood drops and certainly my energy drops. I think it's sort of what happens in winter, right? We're supposed to go inside, but also it can be used as an excuse not to keep going sometimes, not to keep doing the hard things. So there's this escape hatch of it's winter time or it's too far to drive. So I'll just wait for something closer to my backyard. So all of these sorts of, and I'm not saying don't have a backup plan. I'm not saying don't ask for support. I'm a coach, right? I believe in all of that. But for the purposes of today's LinkedIn Live and for the purposes of um, your where you're at in your job search or your career or your business building, let's just imagine that you had no escape hatch. Like you got put in that room and the only way out is forward. How might that change your approach, how you're thinking about, um, you know, your goal and also the actions that you're taking? So if you knew that there was no escape hatch, then you might apply to 5 more jobs every single day. You might go to 2 more networking events every, month or week. You might block off 30 minutes on your calendar after you deliver the hard news to the employee, just so you can be with the feelings that you were having during that process and tend to yourself instead of just keep going and operate on top of the fact that that's a hard thing that you had to do. So giving yourself a little grace period to just, be with that and breathe through that. Um, that instead of, the escape hatch of not having the conversation, right? That you're actually recognizing that it's hard and you're giving yourself a different alternative to that. You're going to do the hard thing, but you're also tending to yourself. Or maybe again, without an escape hatch, you're reaching out to 7 more people than you normally would on LinkedIn and letting them know, that you're available for hire, that you're on a job search, or perhaps you're posting in order to raise your visibility, instead of, just liking people's articles, you're starting to comment on their articles. Or instead of commenting on other people's articles, you're actually writing your own articles. So there's no escape hatch. In order to raise your visibility, you got to take it up some levels because you don't have a way out. The only way out is forward. And again, from a job search perspective, you wouldn't apply for any more credit cards. You're just like, hey, there's no escape hatch here. There's no more credit cards here. There's, even though you do know, you could go to your family. You do know you've got that for it. Like there's a part of you that knows that, but you're approaching it like it wasn't an option. It's not an option for me. I have to do the hard thing. I don't have an escape hatch or a backup plan. I've just got to do it. And I would say the difference between people who stay stuck in their careers and those who break through, who have a breakthrough, it isn't talent or luck or even experience. Even though we often might say that that's why things aren't happening, it's commitment. It's like committing to this thing and giving it all you got, removing any escape hatches, and just doing it. So homework, if you care to accept it, would be to imagine whatever that hard thing is in your life. Imagine that you just have to do it, that you have no other options. You can't go under it. You can't go over it. You can't go around it. You just got to go forward. And imagine what actions you would take and what you would need to think and how you would need to feel in order to just go forward. And then I'd love to hear about it. So go to my LinkedIn below, just post on the blog. This particular blog will be up. If it's not already, usually it's up by the end of today, tomorrow at the latest, and post on this blog your comments. I'd love to. Hey, if you've been thinking about commenting on people's articles more, I'm here for you. Just do it. I'm here for you. So, do it differently. Go forward. We're coming into one of my favorite months is March, because March is a verb, right? So maybe I should have waited till next week on this. This is so funny. But, remind yourself, even as you're moving into the month of March, to treat it like March 1st, marching 4th, marching forward, right? Doing the hard things, imagining no escape hatch, you just got to do them. And then I want to hear about those results, how you thought differently, how you think differently, and how you actually took different actions when you just imagine that this is it. Like it's on you. This is where you're at with everything. So, and that you've got to just dig deep and get those resources that you have right now to solve this riddle, right? Like you can do this. You can do this. You do not have to have an escape hatch in order to do it. So that's it for today. That this has really been important for me when I started to imagine that I didn't have an escape hatch myself, and what prompted this whole thing. And it definitely, I felt more empowered when I realized that the only way, out is through, is through marching first, marching forth, marching forward, marching through. So that's it for today. Peace out as normal. And if you have questions, comments, if you want me to talk on a topic that's you're struggling with and get my kind of unique perspective, I'd love to do it. So again, just message me on LinkedIn. And of course, if you're looking for more community, if you're looking to build self-trust, if you're looking to have clear strategies and tactics that are specific to you, and where you're going in your career, and you love the idea of this year just doing it, no escape hatch, just going for it, then join Career Alchemy Academy, because that's the place to be, to become an alchemist, to change what you've been doing in the past, taking forward the things that are working, leaving behind the things that aren't, and closing those escape hatches for good. So talk to you all soon. Next week, I believe we're at the normal time, just like today, 1 o'clock Central. And if not, if you're on my blog list, you'll get a reminder about when we're going live, and you can always find it out on LinkedIn. So thank you all, as always.